Hello everybody, this is a car, it is my car, and there we have an exhaust, and there are no fumes coming out of it. Why? Because it's a warm day, and when it's warm they just dissipate straight away. It's a lot colder up in the air there outside of Asda, and as you can see this smoke isn't disappearing. But the thing is, aeroplane smoke always disappears. This was only filmed yesterday, and that day I watched other aeroplanes with smoke that disappears. These are not normal aeroplanes. This is not normal aeroplane smoke. They're not passenger airliners. You can see there's one going up there, another one going up there. This is a Tanfield, Stanley. You can see the old St Andrew's Church in the background. Obviously you can see the normal cirrus clouds, little white fluffy clouds. Britain is a cloudy country. But look what he's doing. He's forming the same pattern as the one that's gone before him. You can see that cloud going up there. And he's spraying stuff. This stuff, I don't know what it is. It's either, we think it's probably aluminium or barium. It's an aerosol. And it just lingers. It lingers and lingers and lingers. As you see it dissipate, it starts to look like clouds. And if you see that in a couple of hours time and I tell you it's aeroplane chem spray, you'll tell me, no Michael, that is cloud cover. But as you can see here, this is not cloud cover. It's coming out of the back of an aeroplane, and it's forming what the weatherman would say, thin wispy clouds. Really, I've seen on different days clouds actually blow around in the wind, and this stuff stays put. Not always, but a lot of the time it just stays put, and it forms a layer over the ground. The direction that he's going in, he's not heading to Newcastle Airport. And you can see that he's just basically following a cloud that was already there before. If we can zoom out a little bit, there you go, you can see he's going into a big cloud. And you can't see him anymore, but if you have a look behind him, oh, here comes reinforcements. Now hopefully we're going to zoom in there a little bit and see a little bit more. You can see the patterns that they've made all the way from down there. Where they're taking off from, like Craghead, I don't think so. They're going around in circles, and they're doing it because they're told where to do it and how to do it, and they're following the cloud systems that are already there. There's one above it that he made earlier. Let's see if we can get a better look at this one. He's come out the other side. Thin wispy clouds. You know, oh, there's his friend coming to give him a hand. Reinforcements again. Once again, if this was normal aeroplane contrail, you would see the end of the tail start to disappear. But it doesn't disappear, it's still there. And if you have a close look, in fact, I'm just pausing that, go back, have a close look at that top aeroplane, the one on top of him, you'll see that there's actually 3 sprays coming out of the back of that. Not 2, but 3. And there he goes into the cloud with his friend on exactly the same flight path as his friend. Obviously they're not passenger airliners. They wouldn't do that if they were passenger airliners. They wouldn't be going around in those shapes. They're out spraying deliberately, folks. They are trained pilots, probably working for the RAF, and you can see the pattern that they've already made. It just forms a haze. Just look above that. That's just what we get used to seeing in our skies all the time. And they're not cirrus clouds. They're not God's clouds. Britain's a cloudy country, but what we're doing to it is not normal cloud cover. And this was brought up in the Houses of Parliament, and it was laughed at as conspiracy theory. Now, look at this one. I need to pause this one. Right, can you see it there? It's come back. You actually see the turning the aerosols on and off. And what happens is those clouds, that chemtrail rather, dissipates and start to look like normal cirrus clouds. Instead of forming a band of cloud like we're used to seeing, they're also forming things that look like normal clouds by turning the jet things off and on. And I used to think that looking at the sky was such a beautiful thing to do, but now I just get wound up when I see what they're doing up there. They call it geoengineering, but they won't admit that they're actually doing it. But it's obvious. It's even more obvious when you get a windy day and you see the other clouds moving out of the way. There, I actually stopped the car to get this and I missed the aeroplane, but you can see the vertical band. Well, that was an aeroplane doing his U-turn and going back round to do the routes. They're not up there for the scenery, you know. I'm sure they're having a laugh, whatever they're doing. But believe me, they're up there, and it seems to be, as soon as the sky clears up, they'll maybe give us a clear day, and then they're back out spraying again. This maddens me, and it maddens me that people who have noticed this have been called conspiracy theorists. This is our moon. Full moon, almost. Should be beautiful. And what you have there is clouds. And I'm not entirely convinced that they're the clouds that God put there.